Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Smash Dispatch. That's right, I am back here, me with my co-host, Ultima Shadow X.
Hello.
Hello, we've got a good episode this week. It's finally time for another character.
Yeah, and I'm excited because this is a very interesting character, as we'll discuss.
Very interesting character. I cannot wait to get into that. But yeah, so basically this episode, I kind of want to go through everything. So we'll go through the character herself, obviously. We'll go through the classic mode, the stage, spirits, music, costumes, some patch stuff, hopefully. But yeah, so let's dive right into her, and then we'll give her over. So let's start. Ultima, how do you feel about Min Min?
I feel this is a character that you are just gonna have to play non-stop to like really understand, right? Like, I think a lot of like, you know, people are like, oh, she's annoying, or like, oh, she's easy. Like, you see that so much because like it's day one and nobody knows like what to do against the character, but also like as the character, I think people obviously aren't using it to their full potential. But I think it's gonna be a character like Ice Climbers, where like you just have to like solo play this character, but when you do, you're gonna like sort of like really like understand and like start winning games, you know?
Yeah, I agree. No, I'm totally with you. This is, you want to talk about one of the weirdest Smash characters ever? I think this is one of them. Like, It's crazy to me, just again how like we always talk about how obviously Sakurai loves to be faithful, but it's like this is one of those perfect examples of like to go even as far as making the specials like the right arm, or the right arm, so that like it really gives the feel of arms where the left and right arm are the ones being used consistently. It's like, it's so insane how even in Smash he was able to adapt the arms gameplay. Like, it's such a weird character.
I don't even feel like I'm playing Smash when I'm playing this character.
I know.
Like, at all.
It's so weird. Like, this character, like, it's so weird to have a character where, oh wait, there's a neutral B, like, in the air, right? There's like a, you can smash in the air. It's like, it's breaking.
Oh my god,
so many
having
rules.
a neutral air attack, but with B is bizarre. It's so weird.
It's weird.
It's just,
like, yeah, I mean, it's what you said. It's like, this is, I would definitely, I mean, obviously in Smash, any characters technically pick up and play because it's like, it's meant for everybody. But it's like, this is definitely for competitive play, definitely not a pick up and play character. Like, you need to sit down with this character, play a bunch of matches, play hours with it, because like, you genuinely have to adapt. Like, every character, obviously, everyone's got a different moveset, but they follow the Smash rules of, like, specials and regulars. But it's like, this character, it's like, the specials and regulars are, like, the same. It's just the properties of what, like, damage they do based on what arm you have out, which is weird.
And the timing, like, this, the thing about this character is that I genuinely believe that they have almost more options at any given time what to do than any other character, right? You can hit A, you can angle A, hit B, angle B, like, move while you do it. Like, that's absurd. Like, there's so much you could be doing with this character at any given time. It's just a matter of, like, how do I cover my options and what do I go for? Like, there's so many things to consider when you're playing this character. Because not only do you have all of that, you're also like, okay, well, what arm do I want? You know? You have three arms to work with.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's such a, like, you definitely not only have to adapt with, like, specifically, like, because your arms can be different, I guess, against different opponents. Like, you're trying to factor in which is best to use in which scenario. And, like, we'll get into, like, the different arms and how we're using it. But it's like, it's so, like, even, like, obviously because of the nature of this character stretching its arms, that's why you're able to walk and use a tilt move. I find myself often in the air, like, I'm trying to just do an aerial, like, forward air, but I'm doing an aerial smash.
Yeah, no, I'm not used to how, like, it's very similar to, like, Byleth when they came out, because, like, I'm doing, like, oh, I'm gonna do a forward air, but it's just, like, a long, like, horizontal attack and has no vertical range, and I'm like, oh, wait.
Exactly. It's so weird, like, it's like, because you basically have to mentally adapt. Yeah, because, like, every character, literally every character in the game, in the air, if I want to back air or forward air, I just use my C stick. Like, I'll just, like, flick the stick. But with this character, if I do that, I'm smashing, so the move comes out slower. It's just so weird. And, like, you also have that thing where on the ground, you have to hold A or B to launch the arm, because if you just tap it, you, like, do the little kick, the flurry kick.
Yeah, you can't even, because, like, I have C stick set to tilt. If I hit C stick on the ground, I get the little kick.
Oh,
so God. Yeah, I mean, that's another layer of it. Like, I'm sure what's gonna probably end up happening is that like the Min like main community are probably gonna be like, this is the optimal controller layout for Min.
Oh, right.
I'm sure that there's gonna be some like controller layout where it's gonna be like it makes the most sense for those people. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this character again does not play like a Smash character. I feel like if there's like special controller setup that people find out, I would not be surprised. You know?
Yeah, it's such like it is crazy. Just I feel like I haven't even like I've played maybe one character. Like last I basically just wanted to play Min because I knew we were gonna do this. I wanted to get like a feel, and I'm excited. But it's like it feels like such a character that would trip you out to go play a different character right after. I know you were playing multiple characters.
I was playing a lot, and definitely like I know it's only day one, but I feel like I was in a lobby with a bunch of different people, and we were just sort of rotating characters, and like there are definitely characters that just cannot answer Min in regards to like if you're off stage, like you have to be you have to be so smart with this against this character to recover. Because, you know, even playing as her, she covers so much space off stage. It's scary. Like, even if you think, like, oh, I'll go low. If she times it correctly and you're, like, a recovery like Ike, like, because, you know, Ike is, like, strictly vertical, right? But he doesn't, like, hit the ledge right away. If you, like, time it, she can, like, hit Ike out of his recovery.
Yeah, exactly.
It's insane. So like, I think where this character excels right now is her edge guarding is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I'm like that's like just in general this character. It's like this is definitely like an annoy someone character, right? Because you can really just like if you like. Because you have to keep your distance. Like, this is a character, you have to stay a bit away, try to get your arms out, you know, you're trying to, like, annoy your opponent, and then maybe you can get a grab in there, because, like, you're really trying your best to, like, stay as far away, because if they get close to you, that's when it gets a little dangerous. Like, I noticed, like, obviously you could do your little flurry kick, but it's definitely harder to get in a full, attack set in there, because, like, this character I don't think it's very combo driven. It's very like just
they're all neutral.
Like one or two hits.
It is just it is neutral the character. You have to keep your space, keep your neutral, keep hold your ground, make sure that you are covering your options. And that's really like what it's about. You don't go in as this character. You don't combo as this character. Yeah. You hold your space, you control your space, and you just try to win neutral, and that's all it really is.
Yeah.
Which is, like, again, I don't really think there's any other character who plays like that either, who has that. Yeah. Every character has, like, a game plan of, like, all right, well, here's my combo or my follow-ups, I need to land this attack, and I think Min is just, I need to control this space. It doesn't matter if what attack I hit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, like, like I said, this character definitely one of the, I'd say just the weirdest in Smash history. It's like, it's such a different moveset. It's very original in that sense. It's just really cool and unique and interesting. It's not like Ness or Lucas where like it's so like the moveset's so complicated that you can't casually play them because obviously you won't know how to recover. But it's like definitely like one of the weirder ones. And it's like I find myself you know you have the stage. I feel like I haven't used much of the stage up B yet. I don't know if you have. Like obviously when I recover I'm doing up B, but
no, I mean,
I feel like I haven't done the
it's not
bounce
even
one.
like again, like at this point, I'm like so mentally focused on my arms. I'm not like, oh yeah, I can use up B to get out of situations.
Exactly.
I don't think I definitely did not use it enough. I would again like I think that's gonna be a very important move because of the invul, and if you even just do it, because her neutral air is very very good. Like that covers that covers a decent amount of space. That's good knockback. So I'm sure like. If you do your up B, if you're smart about it, then they're not going to be able to really like catch you reliably.
Right. And I mean, you've got multiple neutral airs because like you can like when you have a different arm out, it like has different like spacing and strength when you do your like B neutral air, which is again so weird.
Yeah, I definitely think that you're done. Like it feels like just the Ram is the best option to start with most of the time.
Right. Which is I
don't really feel
one,
like.
Right?
As from what I'm experimenting with, like I didn't feel that the second dragon was anything too amazing right now. I mean, it gets powered up from the grab, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't have as much use because you always have the dragon arm on your A. So like I don't know what point of like unless you really need like a second attack with B. I don't really know how useful it is right now. But yeah,
I was gonna talk about that. I was gonna say it's like I really think the one thing about the characters, I wish there was just a third different arm on this rotating arm because it's like when do I ever need 2 dragon arms? And another thing is like arms, the game just has so many different unique arms. Like it's like I would have liked if they squeezed in one like better. Like I would have liked if they had there's one I like to use in arms, which is like the bird one, where it's like you throw it and then like the bird kind of flings off your arm and hits the opponent. Something like that would have been really cool.
Yeah, it could have been like the ram, but instead of like horizontal, it goes more vertical or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, what are other ones in it? Like, there's obviously there's the Megaton. They could have added a flame one because they have the flaming arm. Yeah, I feel like they definitely could have like. I would have preferred if just there was a third arm difference. Because, yeah, again, I like the dragon arm. But it always feels like because that's, yeah, like you said, on your left arm no matter what, you want something else on your right arm.
Right. And also, it's funny because in my experience, how they were saying, like, you can approach her from the air. Even then, I don't even feel like that's, like, a strict answer. Like, oh, yeah, just approach her from the air. But because, like, that probably, like, it helps. But if you're not smart about how you approach, you will get stuffed. Like, her neutral air covers a lot of space. Up tilt, her up smash it's crazy. Her up smash covers,
right.
Like, I was playing on mostly Battlefield stages. It covers, like, up, like, the entire platform, up to the platform on Battlefield, and then a little bit higher than that. It is crazy, her up smash.
That's good. Yeah, and like her throw is like really cool. She has like her back throw is kind of like the Incineroar, like the one where like bounces you onto the ground and then you get thrown off.
Yeah, her throws are very tame, which is completely understandable and fair. Like,
yeah,
she doesn't get combo throws. She doesn't really like her throws are kind of slow. But that's fair because if this character had combo grabs, she'd be completely broken, like 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With that grab range, so they balanced it out, which is good.
What have you found, like, which arm do you which arm set have you specifically preferred? Because I really like having the Mega, is it Megawatt or Megaton?
The Megawatt, yeah.
The Megawatt, I've really liked having that out there because, like, I just use, like, my Dragon one. Well, I like, at early percentages, I have, like, the Ram, where it's just spinning and like, gimping and annoying. And then, like, when they're at later percentages, I go with the Megawatt just to like try to get them out because I think it'd be really effective.
Yeah, no, the Megawatt, the power on that's ridiculous. I've seen it kill like lighter characters at like 60 if they're near the ledge. It's insane. I mean, obviously the trade-off is that it's slower. I think a lot of the times people are getting hits with Megawatts or again like if you're off stage and you're just like trying to recover, you can just throw that hitbox out and it's really hard for some characters to get around.
Yeah, no, that's how I noticed. It's like this character, whether I fought one or I am one, it's like the hardest part is like trying to land on the stage without like worrying about the arm coming at you and hitting you. Like it's such a genuinely like weird, unique problem.
Yeah, like I said, there absolutely, in my opinion, there are absolutely some characters that can just not do anything about Minimin if they play it correctly. Like Ike. Okay, so Ike, you have your side B, right, for example.
Right.
If you're high in the air, you'll side B and you'll go back to the stage, right? But you'll be in a free fall. If you side B against Min and you're, like, closer to, like, the ledge, if you're, like, if you're not careful, you just get hit anyways. And then, like I was saying earlier, if you up B and you're under the stage and she times it, she can hit you before you hit the ledge. So, like, there's some, like I said, there's some characters that are just gonna absolutely struggle against Min if they get off stage, and that's gonna be like, obviously, like that's like, you know, her on stage presence is strong, but like it's not like the most like, it's not like a complete total wall you can't get through. But like again, there are definitely like caveats to this character, you know.
Yeah. Do you see, I mean, based on what you've seen so far, what you think, do you see competitive players, like, going to this character in some ways, or do you...
I think it's hard to say only because this character, like I said, is like Ice Climbers to me, where you have to dedicate yourself and put your time into this character, and it's like, who is going to drop their main for Min right now, right? Like, I think that's the question. Like, I think certainly given the fact that there are no in-person events, it's all online. I think I definitely can see pros like spending a lot of time with her, figuring her out, because it's like there's no major events you're really obligated to go to right now. So we'll see. I think I definitely think that the character offers way too much for no one to pick her up.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of when we start seeing results with the character, because the people are going to play them, but I think it's going to be a while before we get results because of how unique they are, you know?
I agree. Also, like, just a general point, like, it felt good to just have, like, a character release, like, especially after Bio, that, like, people were just happy with. Like, it just felt like an enjoyable night on the internet.
I mean, I think it's a similar situation with how this character works to me with, like, Violet. There's nothing ostensibly flashy about this character, but they feel very, very good to play as, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
It's super unique. But yeah, so then, when we get into, I actually think, like, obviously, I can never complain. I can't, like, I have the season pass, but, like, a character pack with everything is, like, $6, so no matter what, it's worth it. But when you're talking about, like, the quality of everything in here, that's where it gets, like, a little, this pack, I feel like, is a little weaker than others, right?
Yeah, I mean, what really got me was, like, okay, so the spirit, the spirit mode.
Yeah, let's do the spirit.
Three of the spirits were just ones that were in the game already. I was kind of like,
I was so weirded out when I saw that.
It was like, you have this one already. It's like, what? I was
like oh, that's,
I kind of thought that they would have added more spirits to compensate for that, you know, or just
or like
have different spirits. Yeah,
that's so, like, first of all, why? Like, I understand again, like, maybe they were making the Slayer, but, like, first of all, why aren't the DLC ARMS characters spirits? Like, it's like, I don't think that would have been hard. Like, the point of spirits is they're not hard to make, right? Like, you throw in the PNG and you just put a specific fight scenario. So why didn't the DLC ones make it in? And second of all, just make alts to the existing spirit fights.
Yeah, it's true. And it's weird really to me that, like, also, they have all the music for the DLC characters, but not the spirits.
I know, it's so weird. Like, it's like I genuinely found that weird when I went, like, that spirit board, definitely the most disappointing one out of all of them. Again, not that I sit there really looking forward to spirit boards that much. Like, it's something I just go into, like, okay, let me just clear this out and see what funny scenarios they have. I did find the ones they had were clever. Like, having Master Mummy as, like, a big white Donkey Kong is really clever. Or Mechanica as Wendy.
Yeah, I like Mechanica Wendy. I thought that was pretty clever, too.
Yeah, that was really clever. I don't remember, what was the other... I mean, for Helix, they had, like, Dark Samus and Mega Man on the Metroid stage. Yeah. With, like, obviously, like, the glass containers in the background.
Bark and Bite was good. Bark and Bite was Mega Man with a metal duck hunt. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I mean, the spirit battles are fine. I just don't understand why there weren't more of them.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
And then the classic mode route.
Oh my god, so boring.
Why do you fight yourself at the end?
I don't know. That was like the most boring.
That was so confusing. I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that classic mode felt to me like the most thrown together. And it's like, I get it. Like, ARMS is a new IP. It's not like there's like a bunch of games. It's not like there's a story we know about. It's like. Because, like, what? Like, I think it's, like, the first fight you fight against, like, the Mii versions of Ribbon Girl and Springman, and then, like, but
it felt like I was just doing the spirit battles. Like,
yeah,
the classic mode was just the spirit battles.
Yeah, it was definitely disappointing. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know. That one definitely just felt thrown together. And again, I get it. Like, it's like, when they sit down and think about it, like, what do we do? I would have even preferred if they did something like, I don't know, characters that are hungry. I know we've kind of had that, but it's like, it would make sense for, like, the obvious, like,
I would have thought that the theme, I thought the theme when I saw it, I thought it was going to be, like, fighters who have, like, stuff on their arms. So, like, Mega Man has an arm cannon, Samus has an arm cannon, like, that sort of thing. I thought that would be the theme. Yeah. And then it really wasn't, like, it was just weird, because, like, again, it feels like I'm just doing spirit battles, and you know?
Yeah, it was definitely a super disappointing classic mode overall. Like, I was playing it on stream, and I was just like,
why do you fight yourself? Like, I just don't understand.
I don't know. And then you also, you fight Gallium at the end, and I'm like, I thought it would make more sense to have, like, Master Hand than Crazy Hand, obviously, because, like, arms, hands, or whatever. But I guess Gallium has, like, I don't know. I guess he's kind of trying to be like the what's it called, the metal face you wear in ARMS, Lockjaw or Lockhead or something.
Oh, maybe
yeah. So no, definitely. Also, again, just even the art I was so disappointed. Like, it was just like her taunt. Like, the picture you get at the end of Collection was just, like, a picture of her taunt.
I do think
and
it's funny that it says fighter and not, like, you know, because obviously the Min Min Spirit's already in the game, so...
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
That just does, like, clarify that, like, they can just add fighter and it will just make it a different spirit, so...
Exactly.
I mean, and we've talked about this before, but I've never been in the boat that spirits deconfirm anything if they're in the base game. If they're in the base game, absolutely not, yeah.
Exactly. The base game means nothing. It's the DLC ones that mean something, because obviously it's like... They wouldn't like show. They would have a spirit board for that character.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so yeah. I thought like at least the picture at the end would have like the Springman assist trophy there, because like there's this cool shot in the trailer for Min Min where they make it look like an arms match, where it's like you see the camera angle for Min Min's like facing Springman. So something clever like that would have been cool. But yeah, it was definitely a disappointing artwork at the end. Not that it again matters too much, but. There's that. But the stage, let's talk about the stage. I really like the stage. I was doing some...
The stage is super fun. I like
so
the stage
nice.
a lot. And
Yeah.
I was playing on it both, like, with and without hazards.
Yeah, I played everything,
And
yeah.
I'm so upset because I think the stage, if the stage hazardless didn't have those little ceiling bumps, it would have been
Right.
perfectly competitively viable. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I would have really liked to have that stage because it's sort of like Smashville, but the platform doesn't move. It's a smaller platform in the middle, and it definitely is a bit wider. I really like that stage. I thought I was having fun on that stage, you know.
Right, yeah. No, it's super fun. I love I like the little visual flare that pops up when you jump on the bounce pads. Like, that's really cool. It makes you like almost want to jump on it just because it looks cool. Because if it was just like, oh, you bounce, I would be like, okay, that's cool. But like, I like that little visual flare that comes with it. Makes it look like really fun. And in general, just like what I like about it is it's an aesthetically pleasing stage. Like, it's just fun to have a crowd in the background. It's fun to have, like, the screens. It feels like... In general, I've always loved the arena-like stages like Pokemon or, like, Colosseum where, like, it feels like you're with a crowd watching you and stuff. So, like, really... I think the stage is really cool.
Yeah, and I
Like,
love ARMS music, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good to have all that in there. The remixes are great, by the way. I really like the remixes they did.
I know. It's really... Obviously, like, the main theme one is really good. The Ramen Bowl remix is really dope. Again, I wish there was maybe a few more because it's first party and not third party. It would have been a little easier. But again, like, it's hard to complain. Again, it's a $6 pack. You're getting remixes. You're getting a bunch of shit in it.
I honestly think at this point, we're all so jaded from the Terry pack that everything else pales in comparison. Where it's like, holy shit, incredible classic mode, really cool spirits, 50 songs. It's like
50
incredible
songs,
stage.
a bunch of remixes.
Yeah, we're spoiled from the Terry pack. That will probably never happen again.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, it was definitely, yeah. Then I mean, what else do we have? I guess we have like the Mii costumes. I tried the little Vault Boy one. It's really funny.
The Vault Boy one
really
is
weird.
great. It is great.
It's funny.
I kind of wish that like Fallout had some sort of iconic song that could have come with it.
Yeah.
But I can't complain. It's a very, very fun costume.
Yeah, exactly. It's very fun. I like it. Changes again the physical properties. It's just it's weird to have it next to Sans and stuff. But yeah, no, like, oh yeah, like when I sit down and think about like again, I'm not talking about the value of price because no matter what, all of these are worth $6. There's no like 18 songs alone is worth $6. So I can't complain about a character that took time and a stage. Like, there's no fighting game where you get a stage with a character. It's always you just get a character.
The only time that happens is with Tekken. Tekken added stages with character. Well, not every character, but a lot of the characters got stages of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the only time I can really think that. Like, every time a character comes out, they get their own stage.
Exactly, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, in terms of like value, it is very clear to tell that a lot of the development time went into making this character function.
Exactly.
And stuff on the side, like the classic mode spirits, were just obviously like cobbled together because I can imagine that this character was very hard to develop. So
I'm sure, yeah. And I wonder when they were like done with it and stuff, because obviously they work on these really early, but I don't know if maybe like this was wrapping up right when all the shit started to hit the fan, so they had to put stuff together because they had to work on another character. So it's hard to tell with that stuff, but I'm sure we'll get what's his name, Sakura. I think if tomorrow or tonight he's gonna have a comm about it, so I'm sure we'll get some more information about that. But yeah, no, overall just Min Min as a new addition to the cast. Again, once again, just a really cool, unique character that I'm really happy is part of this game. It's just, obviously she's visual appealing. I also like I would have liked if there was more costume variety, because like she has like two colors that like the pink and like blue kind of just have like a reverse color, and then there's like a red and black that are also reversed. So it's like I would have liked more like different character looks than like, because like a lot of the colors feel like just recolors of colors.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't. I like I said, I never got like super deep into arms. I don't even know how many like were there like a ton of like alternate colors.
No,
in arms,
no,
I
I think it's one.
Okay.
I think it's one or two. Yeah.
So this,
But it would have been
probably
cool if they
why.
had
I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, I do think the alts are like at least colorful. Like it's not like a Sonic Pac-Man situation.
No, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no. So overall, just like really, I think the character itself is just really worth it. Like it's just it's refreshing. It's definitely one of the more refreshing characters out there. Like especially because again, Terry is very unique, but he like follows like a moveset we've kind of seen. Obviously, Byleth, has some unique stuff, but it has some stuff we've seen from characters and stuff. But it's like it just feels really good to have this character that is so weird and wild. And
they don't follow the rules of Smash like at all.
Exactly.
Like you're saying, like, well, Terry has like 4 specials and he can do combos and stuff like that. Ryu and Ken can, but at the end of the day, they still have like Smash inputs, even if you can't do the true input. And then like there's no like. It's hard. It's like hard to say. Like, does this character even have special moves? Like,
exactly. I don't think so. Yeah, that's it. It's like I guess the
up B and down B, and that's it.
Can.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so what an interesting character. Also, it's really like also her up B. It's definitely not good if you're like even like just sideways from the stage, like off stage.
Min suffers from the Byleth problem where their airspeed, like their airspeed, is very very slow, and you have to be. Like, even the slightest, like, a horizontal, like, distance away from the ledge is, like, can be death. Like, because you just don't move in the air fast enough.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think that's all for, like, Min at the back. We still have time here. So, do you want to talk about a bit, like, the patch stuff? Because I feel like this was a really notable patch for characters.
Yeah,
like, there was
I'm gonna say like stuff. As like a broad statement about the patch notes, I love this approach that they're going for because characters don't get like nerfed like hardly ever at all. Like I can't remember the last time like I think Palutena's Nair was like slightly adjusted, but it's not like it killed the character. It just was like a minor nerf. Like they buff characters more often than they nerf, and I feel like that's a huge improvement because back in Smash 4. I feel like every patch now is like nerf, and it's like this game is more about they're trying to bring up every character to around the same power level as opposed to
like that.
Weaken every character,
So what are characters that you know, like I know because I still haven't played a lot of characters. I've heard, which makes V very happy. Isabel like has just buffs overall. I'm looking here: attack speed increase, reduce vulnerability on up tilt, up smash attack increase in speeds. Like she's gotten a buff all around, and Incineroar too. So those are two characters I really
so
play.
like I have not played every single character that was changed, and I also will say like it's not like I regularly play a lot of the changed characters, so I'm just like speaking off of like a gut reaction. But the ones that I did play, like Captain Falcon, definitely feels like a lot better in terms of like his more usability on some of his moves. Like side special, even after it was changed so that it like hit more consistently, still felt like there was no reason to use it, and now it feels like. It definitely feels like it is a move you can use more often than not. And then same with Falcon Kick. Like Falcon Kick just starts up faster, and it just feels a lot better to use because it doesn't get interrupted as much. Stuff like that. Falco was definitely felt a lot better to play as too because it feels like his combos just work more reliably. Marth, who was trending. Holy shit!
Oh, I saw Marth was trending. Yeah.
Oh my God, Marth feels like a character again.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot of buffs. Marth is back, baby.
No, it's crazy, it's great. Like I've always like. It's funny how this is the exact same situation that happened in Smash 4. If you remember, Smash 4 Marth was like garbage for a really long time. Yeah. And then like they patched him, and he was like a top 10 character in that game. After that, you know,
it was really used. I found it funny how what's his name. Sonic, the only thing that changed is Final Smash just got
Final
better.
Smash buffs are funny. Like, they knew Mario and Sonic's Final Smashes were trash, and they had the buff.
It's so funny. Yeah. Like, it's funny how even for patches, they're looking at data from, like, casual matches and being like, oh, wait, this Final Smash is clearly not being as effective. Let's fix it, which is really funny.
Yeah, but yeah, so Marth, like, Marth feels like a great character again, and I always have felt that if you're gonna have an Echo character in the game, you need to have a reason to play as both. And it sucked that, like, Marth had this tipper mechanic, but there was no reason to play him over Lucina, because Lucina had the consistent damage, and it was really hard to land tipper as Marth, but the reward wasn't there, whereas Lucina didn't have to worry about that. But now that it's easier to land tippers, it definitely feels like Marth is like, you have a reason to play Marth again, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Also, I had a lot of Corrin friends really happy. I know you were happy about this too.
I played so much Corrin because they were like my favorite character in Smash 4, as I said, and I still think Smash 4 Corrin was better. I'm not saying that the character is on par with how they were in Smash 4, but they just feel a lot better to play as. Like, their flaws are still there, but the things that the moves before that I just felt like, this is it's not the same. Like, it's closer to feeling a lot better. Like, up air definitely, like, that was your go-to kill move in Smash 4, and it doesn't, like, kill as early as Smash 4, but it still feels like it kills earlier. The Lance, the side B, feels a lot better because you're not hit out of it so much, and you have more, like, before, like, using side B and jumping out of it just really wasn't an option because it was so, like, it made you so vulnerable, but now it feels like an actual, like, mix-up option.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And then the other character I played a bit as was K. Rool, and having more armor on the belly is crazy.
Oh yeah, that's insane. I had a friend playing K. Rool, and he was using him, and I'm like, oh, that's a noticeable thing.
Yeah, now that Ganondorf's up tilt, the really slow like leg, that doesn't break belly anymore. That move doesn't break belly. That's crazy.
That's good. That's insane. Yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff here. Again, even you're looking at what else? Oh yeah, one I was really happy about is Kirby. Kirby got a buff, and like I really love Kirby in general, and I wish I'd play him more. So it's cool to see all around buff. You know, a dash attack's better, down smash attack's better, forward attack's better. Again, all around just really good like buffs and stuff. Like obviously it's been 6 months, so it's like it's a long time. So obviously a lot of characters needed these things, and they've had a lot of time to analyze all this stuff. So it's really cool that they actually went through and did all this, because it feels refreshing to see people being like, oh yeah, I could jump back into this character I love, or oh yeah, I could play this character finally, you know?
Yeah. Again, the only real, like, quote-unquote nerf was, like, to Ike's Nair, but they buffed, like, a ton of other areas of his kit. Like, when they did the Palutena nerf, they did that too. They nerfed her neutral air, but they're like, we'll buff her smash attacks. And it's like, it's good that I feel like the balancing philosophy is so much better this time around. Like, I have not seen, like, you know, every time there's a new patch, I see less people being like, oh man, like, why didn't they nerf blah blah blah, and more people being like, oh great, they buffed this character, that's awesome, you know?
Right. Exactly. But yeah, no, really cool stuff in there. I think overall, like I said, how would you, like, let's say you were like gonna grade the pack or something, like how would you say, is it great, would you say amazing, what word would you use to, like,
if
overall?
I were to grade the pack as a whole, I feel like it would be a 4 out of 5. Like, I don't think I don't think it's like or I guess if we're using like letters, I guess I would give it like a B or a B plus, because like
I would like use the word great, like that would be my
okay, we'll go B plus for me, because the character and the stage are great, but sort of the side stuff with just like in terms of, like we said, the spirit mode, the classic mode, and then I would have liked some more remixes maybe, but that's like it. Like I would give it a solid B plus.
Yeah, it's hard to complain with any of these character packs, because again, it's just so content filled, and we know Sakura and the team puts a lot of work and effort into it. But yeah, so we'll definitely, again, it's also cool that we're finally back into speculation mode. Like we'll probably do an episode again, like an updated version of speculated characters and stuff, now that time's passed by and we've had Bioth and now we've had Min Min. But yeah, no, overall, great stuff. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Let us know in the comments below if you guys are enjoying the character, how you feel about the pack in general. So great stuff here. Ultima, do you have anything else to say before we wrap it up?
No, just I hope I really look forward to seeing what people can do with this character going forward.
Yeah. I agree. So anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Remember, you could follow Ultima at UltimaShadowX. You can follow me on the download, though. And, of course, we'll see you all next week. Peace out.
Peace.